All right, so we're going to be talking on today's edition of Hood Notes about the book Animal Farm, which really is, I mean, yeah, it's a book. The book is only, it's not even 100 pages, if I remember correctly. You can, breeze through that joint in like an afternoon. You feel me? But anyway, it's one of them ones where I feel like it probably behooves you to know a little bit about the context around which the book was written, because basically, I mean, you don't have to know this to understand the message that the book is trying to get at. But just like I had talked about in Brave New World, no, it wasn't Brave New World, it was the other video that I did, about how it could never happen here. It literally, it was happening in real time. Literally, Animal Farm is about events that had already taken place by that point. But anyway, I digress. On to the book itself. It's set on this farm in England called Manor Farm, right, on the English countryside. It is owned by this nigga named Mr. Jones. Not Mr. Jones from the song. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you probably didn't grow up around any black old heads. But whatever, I digress. So the farm is not in great shape. Mr. Jones is inept. He's an alcoholic. You feel me? If I remember correctly, he's an alcoholic. But either way, he's not a good farm owner. He's not a good farmhand, and all the animals are suffering. And basically, all of the seeds of revolution are right there, just waiting to be watered. And so that's where this pig named Old Major comes in. And this is why I said, it'll help you if you have a brief understanding, like a very cursory knowledge of what was going on in Russia during this time. Because Old Major, Mr. Jones, is basically Tsar Nicholas II. And Old Major is basically a stand-in for Lenin, right? And Old Major pretty much, stokes the flames of revolution. He teaches all the animals, this revolutionary song. I forget the name of the song. It's not really all that important. But then Old Major dies, right? After, he's riled everybody up, this nigga decide to turn in and start pushing up daisies, right? So then it falls on these two young pigs named Snowball and Napoleon to actually lead the revolution, right? Snowball is a stand-in for Leon Trotsky, and Napoleon is a stand-in for Stalin. Now, they're not really one-to-one, you feel me, comparisons, because I mean, by the time Stalin comes into the picture, you feel me, all of the February and October and all them different revolutions that already, you feel me, taking place or whatever, the Bolsheviks were already, this ain't a 21st century Russia history class, you feel me? So do your own research, nigga. So what winds up happening is that the revolution is a success. They kick Mr. Jones off the farm, and everybody is happy. You feel me? They sing their revolutionary song, and they paint these commandments, these 7 animal commandments on the side of the barn on the farm. And the 2 most important commandments are all animals are equal is the first commandment, and then I believe the last commandment is 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, right? So that's going to be important to remember for later on. But anyway, the farm is doing decent, not doing great, but at least it's better than what it was under Mr. Jones, right? But then the humans decide that they are going to take the farm back from the animals, right? And so the animals got to fight the humans off, and they wind up succeeding. But as goes, the toll of war, it comes at a great cost. It comes at the cost of resources and whatever and whatnot. So now they're behind the 8 ball. you feel me, trying to keep, this new nation together, you feel me, and also protect it from, the humans, because the humans, and again, echoing exactly what happened in history and what happens after basically every revolution in history. The humans' great fear, and this isn't just Mr. Jones, this is all of the humans, you feel me, in that part of the country, on the countryside, right? They're afraid that, news of what happened at Animal Farm is going to reach their farms, and then their animals are going to revolt. So they come together for the purpose of making an example out of the animals on Animal Farm, but it don't work out, you feel me. So anyway, Napoleon and Snowball collectively come up with this idea that, in order for them to be successful, not only just as a nation, but in repelling the humans that they ever try to attack again, is that they got to industrialize. And what that means is they got to build a windmill, right? So they're in the process of building the windmill. Snowball and Napoleon wind up falling out over what. It ain't really all that important for the purpose of these notes. But long story short, Napoleon winds up running Snowball off of Animal Farm with the help of the dogs, right? Napoleon is basically, the El Jefe of the farm, right? He, everything he does is with an iron fist. You understand what I'm saying? Snowball, on the other hand, is more the diplomatic type, whereas Napoleon is the, get down and lay down type. You understand what I'm saying? And so now Snowball is off the farm. Napoleon, is the supreme commander of Animal Farm now, and now things gradually begin to change, right? You understand what I'm saying? Napoleon and the rest of the pigs begin to, take on, different privileges and whatever and whatnot, and elevate themselves to a level above the other animals. But they justify it, by making the point that, the pigs, were the ones who led the revolution. The pigs are the idea makers. You understand what I'm saying? The pigs are the ones, with the capacity to lead the farm, and the animals are like, all right, I guess y'all do have a point there. You understand what I'm saying? But they wind up taking advantage of their status, right? For instance, the windmill, Snowball had this idea, with the windmill, you feel me, to install heated stalls in the barns. He was going to improve the feeding troughs and all that other different kinds of stuff. Napoleon don't do any of that, you feel me. All the improvements that come with the windmill benefit the pigs, right? They also start making deals with the humans, you feel me, selling farm products, milk and eggs and all of that other stuff to the humans, and they ain't sharing none of that money, you feel me, with the other animals. And when they're not explaining it away, they're keeping it a secret, you feel me. For instance, what winds up happening to Boxer. Now, Boxer is the big, strong, you feel me, draft horse on the farm. You understand what I'm saying? And Boxer is an idiot. I'm just going to keep it a buck. The book even says that Boxer is an idiot. You feel me? He's the most blindly obedient of the animals on Animal Farm. You feel me? He believes 100% in what the pigs are doing, regardless of, how shady it may appear to others or whatnot. So Boxer basically works himself. Boxer either works himself to death or he works himself to near death, you feel me, because cause the pigs are gassing him up, you feel me, it's for the good of Animal Farm, it's for the good, the collective or whatever. And so what the pigs wind up doing is they sell Boxer to the humans. Again, I don't quite remember if he was, barely alive or not alive at all, but they sell him to the humans, who are, gonna do what humans do with, dead or half dead horses. They're gonna turn them into glue, right? But what they tell the other animals is that, we held a memorial service for Boxer. We honored his memory, and all of y'all should be like Boxer. You feel me? Be willing to give your life for the revolution, give your life for the cause. Now, there's some animals that got enough sense to say something don't smell right here, but they wind up getting drowned out by the sheep, who just keep, bleating, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, over and over and over again. And ain't that just like, did I not make that point, you feel me, about when we talk about, that buy black BS, you understand what I'm saying, that black capitalism BS, you always going to have, whenever niggas, give a critique of something. I just talked about that with a celebrity with hero worship, you feel me? You give an honest critique of somebody, and here comes some, you feel me, glazing ass nigga, you understand what I'm saying, some stand ass mofo who comes along and drowns you out with, oh, you just broke, you just bitter, you just this, that, and the third, and here you are getting robbed out the bottom of your pocket because you too dumb to recognize shade when it's right above your head. You dig what I'm saying? You too dumb to recognize, you feel somebody piss on your head and you call it rain just because they told you so. But anyway, I digress. We wrapping it up. The little plot points that happen are not really relevant to this synopsis between that point and the end of the story. By the time we get to the end of the story, right, the pigs have changed, because over the course of the story, the commandments on the side of the barn have been gradually changing. And by the time we get to the end of the story, the commandments on the barn have changed. The first one goes from saying, all animals are equal, to, yeah, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. You feel me? And 4 legs good, 2 legs bad now becomes 4 legs good, 2 legs better. Y'all feel me? And the book winds up ending on this scene where the animals, are looking into the house where the pigs are. The pigs have now become buddy with the humans, right? But all of that talk of all of that blonde hair, blue-eyed devil talk, you understand what I'm saying, that they've been talking about the humans or whatever, now they chummy with the humans, you understand what I'm saying, and they in there playing cards with the humans, and their argument starts over somebody cheated, during the card game, and so the humans and the pigs, are shouting back and forth at each other, and the book ends on the animals noticing that at this point they can't tell the difference now between the pigs and the humans. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Basically making this point. The man who wrote Doom, I'm paraphrasing here. I can't pronounce his last name right, so I'm not even going to try, because I know some of you, actually mofos in the audience, are going to correct my pronunciation. But the man who wrote Doom, he made the point that power is not inherently corruptible, but it's not inherently corrupting, but rather what happens is power attracts corruptible people. Y'all feel me? And so what Animal Farm is basic, on top of being an allegory for, how the Soviet Union was, what the Soviet Union had become by that point, it serves as a warning, you feel me, about charismatic leadership. You understand what I'm saying? You can't build a nation, you can't build an ideology on just, a charismatic leader, because people are fallible. You understand what I'm saying? As the Bible says, I know y'all don't like Bible, as the Bible says, in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. You understand what I'm saying? You don't never want to just leave it to just one or two people to make all of the decisions, or else, you know, you get this BS that we finna go through for the next 4 years because you dumb mofos that make 50 grand a year sitting up there talking about my taxes when, nigga, we was going to get 6 grand child tax credits under Kamala, and now you niggas is going to be paying $200 for a damn pineapple because you're so stupid. But whatever, I digress. So yeah, that's Animal Farm in a nutshell. You feel me? Is that power corrupts, and that it's up to us, you feel me, to be the checks and the balances, you feel me, to those who we put in positions of power. I think too many people, I think people, you feel me, are just lazy, man, to be honest. I think too many people, you feel me, feel like, oh, all right, I cast my vote, my job is done now. You understand what I'm saying? Well, no, that ain't it. That's just the beginning, man. You know, it's got to be more than that. You feel me? We got to be the ones, you know, to hold folk accountable or whatever when they are in positions of power. You feel me? I know that I feel me. Look, if you human, you corruptible. That's just what it comes down to. That's just what it is. So, yeah, there you have it. Animal Farm, nigga.